hang on for a minute. This is for sheep tonight. Anybody flew an airplane? They say in case of emergency, there's two little things it's gonna drop out that you put on your nose. Know what they tell you? Put it over your nose first, you who are adults, and then put the other one on your child's nose. You know why? Because if you, the adult, pass out, then both of y'all die. Because the child don't know how to put it on his nose. So tonight, this week, we are going to feed sheep. Hello, somebody? Because if a sheep gets sick, 9 times out of 10, the lamb don't know what to do. Am I right? But if a lamb gets sick and the sheep's healthy, the sheep can take care of the what? Lamb. Say yeah. Look at somebody say, I'm a sheep. Say it again, say, I am a sheep. Say it again, say, I am a sheep. All right. So God brings order to everything. But then the Bible goes in the 2nd chapter of Genesis and says that God had made stuff in the beginning, but never put it in the ground because there was no man to manage or keep the order. Then God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed in his nostrils the breath of life. Then the Bible says, then things hit the ground and herbs and all this stuff begin to grow because there was a man who was to keep the garden. What does keep mean? It means to guard it. See, we think everything was all nice and sweet in the garden. Well, if he told him to subdue it, if he told him to keep it, look, the word means guard. Guard it from what? Subdue or take down what? Something was there, and you found out because it came and talked to Eve. How many here? But they was in God's presence. Then, when they sinned, they still had the presence of God because here come God walking in the cool of the day. You done seen Adam? Where are you? Adam. See, God knew exactly where he was. Am I right? God knew where he was. His geographical location, God knew. But God was letting him know, I know that there is something different now in our relationship. Where you at in our relationship? You didn't ask your friend that. You didn't ask your husband and your wife that. Come on, wait, where we at? Come on, somebody. If you don't, you crazy. Hello, somebody. I want to know where you at. How many here? Where are you? Then he say, Lord, I'm over here and I'm naked. Wait a minute. I never gave you them kind of thoughts. Where did you get that from? Come on, somebody. I'm over here and I'm what? Naked. What was he covered in? Psalms 102 said he was covered in the glory of God. He was God's glory. Man is still God's. Because all have sinned and you come a little short of it. Hello, somebody. Oh, you got to be here tonight. See, this is for adults. See, it ain't for babies. See, not for pagans. What are pagans? Pagans and religious people. Your services are not God-centered. They're centered around you and what you need. Can I say that again? Religious people, pagans, these are people who go to church and the center of the attraction is not God, it's you and your needs. You are pagans. Those people are called what? Pagans. Because they made idol gods and they was always asking their God for something. They were serving their God for something. Come on, somebody. Hello, somebody. Now, Jesus tried to set the record straight. When you come to the house of God, come to see your Father. Get to know your daddy. If you can get to know the daddy, you'll get to know who you are. That's why young men have problems, because they haven't seen that what? Daddy. So they have no what? Identity. So we're coming to God because you earthly people, what do we have? A case of mistaken what? Identity. That girl is not a whore. She thinks she is. Come on. She's made in the image of what? Likeness of God. That's not her nature. She's ill nature. It's not the nature for a man to kill another man. He's ill nature when he does that. Somebody needs to let him know who he really is. Human beings, the highest thing that it is. Don't you know that? God has zillions of creatures you can't even count. But when you read the Bible, the greatest of all the things that exist that you've never seen, he say, a man is greater than all of it. See, you a Rose Royce. That's what you are. You are a Rose Royce. Now, just because I go out and bump my Rose Royce down the street and somebody backs into me, I don't trash it. I don't pay $500,000 or $600,000 for a car, and because it gets a bump, I'm gonna trash it. No, I understand because it got the bump, the car is still valuable. Hello, somebody. So I just take it to a place where folks do body work. Folks know how to do body work. Folks know how to repair and restore. I take it to a place to get it what? Restored, because the car is still valuable. The church is not supposed to shut people down, tell you how nasty and dirty you are and how no good you are. That's not the church's job. Get this bump out. Don't tell me I got a bump. I know I got a bump. I know I got a bump. That's why I come to church. I don't need you to rehearse it that I'm a liar. Come on, somebody. Give me the definition of what the liar is. Come on, somebody. Hello. Give me the definition of what the adulteress is. Give me that definition, because I want to be repaired. I want to be what? Restored. Everybody all right? I'm trying to get the cane. I don't know why God's y'all. I'm trying to get the cane. I'm trying to get the cane, y'all. How many here? That's what church is supposed to be for. So we come for God to meet our needs. You don't have to come for that, really. He say, I'll do that what? Anyway. It's my privilege anyway to do that for my children. Come on, somebody. Don't seek it. Just ask me. Hello. Don't seek that stuff. Just ask for it. He say, Jintaos Secret. You just ask and receive it. Oh, God Almighty. God Almighty. Self-preservation. When you come to earth, self-preservation. Food, water, house, car, land. So when we come to God's house, we don't want you, God. We just want food, water, houses, car, what? Land. Then Jesus comes and destroys the whole concept that church has grasped. Take no thought of what you're going to eat. Take no thought of what you're going to drink. Take no thought of what you're going to drive. The Father knows very well what you need before you even ask Him. Now, what is prayer? What is prayer if He already knows what I'm going to ask Him? See, we ain't going to even go there tonight. Hello, we're not going to even go there. What is prayer if He already knows what you are going to what? Ask Him. How many hear that? Oh, boy. Goodness, where? Psalms. Let's stop and let's get it. All right. Genesis 4. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Genesis 4:17. Y'all ready? Let's go back. And he dwelt in the land of what? 16th verse. What? Now, watch this. I said earlier when I was making my last point, where Adam and Eve found out that they were what? God took their clothes off. They lost their what? Glory. So they went into their own mind. The first set of clothing was clothing that came from God. Now they got clothing coming out of their own mind. See? And here they come. Covering themselves. Because they realized they were what? Naked. But they still had God's presence even after they sinned, because God was still there what? With them. Now, here comes Cain, and he kills his brother. Even Cain was out of the presence of God, out of the garden, but he still had God's what? Presence, because when he killed his brother, Cain, where's Abel? I'm still here. Y'all feel me? Where's Abel? Am I brother's keeper? Then God started laying out curses to him and sent him to the east, to the land of Nod. Nod means what? Exile. See? See, out of God's presence. Now, when you read down a little further, you find out that Cain started coming up with this world system. Him and his sons. Read it when you get home. He came up with economics. He came up with politics. And he came up with religion. Ooh.